Welcome, everyone. Today, we dive headfirst into the deep waters of the economy under President Biden's administration. It's a tale of two narratives, one of solid economic indicators like low unemployment and falling inflation, and another of public perception that seems to be swimming against this current. Biden's campaign is anchored on a steady course, continuing the economic policies that got us here, but with only a small percentage of voters giving a standing ovation to his handling of the economy, the waters are far from calm. So strap in, folks, as we unravel the complexity of Biden's economic landscape. Let's pull back the curtain and examine the reality of Biden's economic impact. First, let's talk about the unemployment rate. Biden claimed that it was over 14% when he took office. However, let's set the record straight. It was actually 6.3%. Yes, it decreased during his tenure, but not as rapidly as he led us to believe. Next up is the endorsement of 17 Nobel laureates. Biden suggested they were backing his economic agenda as an immediate solution to inflation. But that's not quite right. These laureates actually stated that his policies would ease longer-term inflationary pressures, not the immediate ones we're grappling with. Lastly, we have the decrease in unemployment insurance claims. Biden touted this as a marker of progress, but it's essential to look at the whole picture. This decline was partly due to the expiration of pandemic-era programs, painting a somewhat misleading portrayal of progress. Now let's pivot to the first 2 years of Biden's presidency. Despite facing challenges like low approval ratings, inflation, and crime, he was able to pass significant legislation and make progress on various issues. This performance even surpassed expectations and achieved strong results in key states during the 2022 midterms. The political landscape was not without its divisions, though, with the Republican Party experiencing internal strife and the influence of former President Donald Trump facing setbacks. As we navigate these political waters, it's crucial to remember that Biden's success in the midterms should make Republicans nervous about the 2024 elections. However, Democrats also have their work cut out for them in maintaining control of Congress and countering potential Republican obstruction. As we can see, the truth is often more nuanced than what meets the eye. Turning our attention now to the labor sector, we see another facet of Biden's economic influence. A fascinating case in point, President Biden's intervention to prevent a potential strike by over 100,000 United States railroad workers. Now, this wasn't just any ordinary labor dispute. The workers, who had not seen a pay increase in 3 years, despite record profits by major railroads, were demanding better working conditions and pay increases. A clear call for economic justice, wouldn't you say? But that's not all. The management's proposal to reduce the number of employees on trains was met with stiff opposition from the unions. Their concerns were rooted in safety, a fundamental right for any worker. This situation brought to the forefront a crucial question: how should the profits of a company be distributed? Should they be used to increase the salaries of top executives, or invested in the welfare and safety of the workers who keep the company running? President Biden's intervention in this potential strike highlights his commitment to the labor sector. By stepping in, he emphasized the importance of maintaining a balance between business operations and worker rights. This move also indicated his acknowledgement of the potential impact of a strike on the nation's freight transportation and supply chain. But it also underscores the challenges Biden faces in his quest to execute a pro-worker industrial policy agenda. Balancing the needs of workers and the demands of the industry is no easy task, and it's one that will undoubtedly continue to be a significant focus in his second term. The labor sector, indeed, paints a vivid picture of the economic atmosphere under Biden's reign. As we gaze into the future, what can we expect from Biden's second term? Let's explore the potential economic outlook. The word on the street hints at a second term for Biden that's heavily centered on executing his pro-worker industrial policy agenda. The focus is on the working class, the backbone of our nation. Policies geared towards better pay, improved working conditions, and increased job security are likely to be on the table, a promising prospect for many American workers. Simultaneously, addressing federal budget deficits is projected to be a key issue. With the pandemic no longer looming over our heads, the administration can refocus its resources. It's a delicate balancing act, fueling growth while keeping the deficit in check. Biden's approach to this could very well define his economic legacy. But what about public perception, you ask? It's a mixed bag, to be honest. Despite positive economic indicators like low unemployment and decreasing inflation, there seems to be a disconnect between these facts and the public's perception. It's a discrepancy that Biden's administration will need to address head-on, working towards not just economic improvement, but also better communication and transparency. In the absence of a pandemic, there is room for more targeted economic strategies. It's an opportunity for the administration to show its mettle, to prove that it can steer the ship without the storm of a global health crisis. It's a chance to build an economy that's resilient, inclusive, and forward-looking. Only time will tell how these policies will shape our economy. As we draw to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. The narrative of Biden's economy is a complex one, marked by a disconnect between positive economic indicators and public perception. We've fact-checked some of Biden's claims and seen how his policies have impacted the labor sector. Looking ahead, we've pondered on the potential economic outlook of Biden's second term. Thanks for joining us on this economic journey. Remember to subscribe for more insightful discussions. Until next time, stay informed and stay curious.